What's up, everybody? It is Mr. GM Sports 365. I am here with my favorite co-host, Mr. Motown Martin. How are we doing today?
We're living, just watching some Thursday Night Football.
Okay. Who do we got on tonight?
We got the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Man, that name just sounds good, the Redskins. Tell you what, I was not a Redskins fan. However, I was a fan of the name. It was the greatest name that's ever been taken away from us in sports history.
Really?
I think, what's a better name that you can think they got taken away? So, obviously, there's been a few good ones, but I can't think of one that I liked better.
Cleveland Indians.
I like the Cleveland Indians logo better than the Redskins logo. But I don't know, man. The Redskins, that sounds intimidating.
It does.
Reminds me of the British. The Redskins are coming. The Redskins are coming. The Redskins are coming.
Like they're just going to come out and scalp you.
It does happen occasionally. I have accidentally been scalped a time or two as a Native American. That's just how it goes.
All right. So as a Native American, you've been scalped?
Well, yeah. I guess most Native Americans don't like when you claim to be full Native when you're only a percentage.
Fair.
So that's where the bald spot actually came in.
Really? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mine just came in because of 4 kids and, baby moms.
I thought you had 6.
I don't even know anymore. I lost count.
Yeah.
A couple more, though, and I don't have to pay child support.
6, 7 kids. Is there a limit to how many kids you can pay child support for?
9. Anything after 9, you don't have to pay child support, is what I'm told.
Okay. So let's say, like me, if I donated a kid to, say, you, would I then have to pay child support?
For sure. I'm coming after you for everything you got.
Because right before we went live, one of my kids took an entire roll of toilet paper and shoved it into the toilet. Not like unrolled it, but actually took the roll out of the package and just shoved it into the toilet and tried to shove it down the pipe. And in the toilet was feces surrounding it. So that was super cool.
Yeah, this whole time I just thought your wife dropped a deuce and clogged it.
Oh, man. She's been known to drop a dookie or two.
Start calling her Mama Deuce.
My favorite poop story is that she once dropped a load so massive that we had to call a plumber to unclog the toilet because it clogged the entire pipe.
So that's pretty impressive. But have you ever... So residential toilets are different than commercial toilets, right? Mm-hmm. Have you ever clogged a commercial toilet?
I don't think I have.
I have. And it was probably the greatest thing ever, except for it was where I worked.
So where were you working at the time?
I'd rather not say, because I think they're still paying off the plumber for that bill.
Was this done on purpose?
No. If it were done on purpose, I'd have left an upper decker. But nope, it was just I had some bad Mexican food, nice. And it messed with the stomach, and it was rough.
I love it. So moving along from our favorite poop stories, great way to start the episode. Let's talk. I know we're watching the Eagles play the Redskins. How's your fantasy team looking so far this year?
Man, my fantasy team, I wish it were just a fantasy. I wish I hadn't picked them. It's bad right now. I just lost to the wife. In a slaughter.
Your wife has a squad, though, man. Your wife's got a solid team.
The effed up part is that I picked her roster and still couldn't beat it.
So what happened with your roster? Because what are you right now, 2-8?
No, I'm 3-7, I believe.
Oh, much better then.
Yeah, night and day difference almost.
So we're in 2 leagues together. In the Dynasty League, are you at least on track to make the playoffs?
I haven't even looked at the Dynasty League, and I can't tell you how long.
Wow. So why? What do you not like about the Dynasty League?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just I forget about it.
Would you ever consider
I'm not even logged
collusion?
in.
Would you ever consider collusion?
I mean, I like Kahlua.
Would you consider sending me a few first rounders and your best players?
I mean, it sounds like a great idea.
In return, I will pay you.
I mean, I could probably do that.
I'll give you money. You give me your next 3 years first round picks because you're probably quitting, is what I assume.
No, I won't quit. I'll just have to remember that it's actually a thing.
Gotcha. So
This week I'm 3-7 as well.
Last week I texted you, and I thought I was being slick, and I was like, "Hey, you're not gonna let your wife beat you, right?" Because in both leagues that I have you in, you had not set your lineups. And so I thought that would be like the hint, like, oh, shoot, let me check all of my lineups. Apparently not.
Nope.
So you got 3-7, 3-7. How are you looking in the work league?
The work league, I'm 5-5.
Okay. Improvements.
It helps that, what's his name? Oh, crap. Oh, Christian McCaffrey's finally off the IR.
Ooh, that'll help.
So that helps.
That'll help. So, I believe I asked you this last time too. I'm sure that the answer has changed by now. But who do you feel was the best pick that you made in any league?
I gotta say, Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah, good old Kyler. He's had a great season. I did not expect him to have a good year this year, but he's been good.
Yeah, I don't think really anybody expected him to have a solid year this year.
Right. I think my best pick was I was drafting 10th in the Dynasty League, and I managed to get Jamar Chase with the 10th pick.
Ooh, solid.
And then I promptly traded him for Tyreek Hill, along with my next 3 first-round picks.
Bust.
And now I am sitting here, hopeless, with nothing. Yeah, trading away Jamar Chase and 3 first-rounders for Tyreek Hill might be the worst trade I've made in my entire life.
Absolutely.
But that's just because Jamar Chase is the number 1 player this year. Now, I thought that Tyreek Hill would be the number 1 player, and my thought process was, if I can win the whole league this one time, I don't care about any other season. So I was trying to sell out, make sure I won this year. And instead, now I have probably tanked my team forever.
Yeah, that's rough. This injury list this year, though.
The injury list is crazy.
Like, I started off with a solid squad, and now I just got nothing.
Because of the injuries, I started 0-4 in one league. I was the second highest scorer, and I lost 280 to 275 in week 1. So 2 incredible scores. And I had multiple players get injured that week and completely sucked the next 3 weeks. Now I'm back to even, but it was a struggle to get there. So I've won 4 out of 5.
Yeah, that sounds rough. Here I am.
Not my finest season, but I am 5-5 in one league, 6-4 in one league. That's a dynasty, and then I want to say 5-5 in the other one as well. So it hasn't been a terrible year, but it's been a very middle of the road year. I still think that I have a deep playoff run in me, though.
Oh, for sure.
Papa likes to go deep.
Does he?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen my latest Facebook post?
What is your latest Facebook post?
Team Sports has a massive dong.
Nice. I appreciate that, bro.
Hey, not a problem. You know, I'm out here wingmanning it up for everybody.
I appreciate that.
Just don't tell your wife I posted it. Or tell her, whatever.
Yeah. So you guys, you heard it from Motown first, I guess, that it appears GM Sports does have a massive dong. So speaking of massive dongs, have you ever won a fantasy football championship?
I have not.
So, would you rather win a money league? We're talking a $50 buy-in per person, and you get the full cash out or most of it. Would you rather win that or win your league golf final?
League golf final.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because that's based solely off of my abilities, not how well I can pick and choose others' abilities.
You would have been a horrible slave owner.
I mean, you're probably right, but I'd have been one hell of a slave. Let's drink a beer with Jason Kelsey real quick.
You and Jason Kelsey doing a chug for the Eagles diehards. I think biggest surprise of the year for me outside of fantasy has been the Commandos. I really did not expect them to be 7-3.
Yeah, just out here freeballing with Jaden Daniels.
Crazy. He's been an absolute dog. I did think he was the best quarterback in the draft. However, I did not expect it to be such a glaring discrepancy, him versus Caleb Williams.
I mean, how much of a doubt did we really have that it wasn't going to be like Jaden Daniels dog walking Caleb Williams?
I didn't have a lot of doubt because I felt that Jaden Daniels was better, and I hated Caleb Williams. But yeah, certainly not how I expected it to look. Jaden Daniels is just an animal.
So you and Caleb have something in common, and I don't know if you knew this or not, which you should, although you don't have a nail tech on staff
Yet,
but you do get weekly manicures.
Yeah.
And rumor has it that's what has provided the massive dong.
I would love to find out where I'm getting these manicures because I am yet to see my weekly manicure come through. Now, I have gotten a massage or two in my time. I will say that.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down,
Let me say,
Jameis Winston.
I've gotten a massage or two. They don't call me Deshaun Jr. for nothing. I'm actually sleeping with my massage therapist.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. Been married 8 years, so not to brag.
All right. So you're married to one girl, sleeping with the massage therapist. I like it.
Nope. Wife, you have to, when you think about getting married, you have to think about things like, is she a massage therapist? Is she hot?
Does she give happy endings?
Yeah, those type of things are really all you need when you're trying to consider who your future wife should be. And love is important, too, occasionally.
When you say love, you really mean happy endings?
No, I mean, like, you should actually enjoy the person's company.
Well, yeah, if she's a massage therapist, I would enjoy her company.
Oh, man. So, moving along, we're going to move away from the happy endings. We're going to move away from Commandos with Jaden Daniels. I believe that we have something a little different on the ballot today. What are we going to be talking about next?
I think we're going to go and jump into top 3 courses that we've played, as well as top 3 fantasy courses.
Okay.
Or courses we would like to play.
Yeah,
Let's not say fantasy courses, but courses we'd like to play. Why don't you kick us off?
Let me kick us off. So I think that any course really that I can play on, as long as I'm wearing Flop Shot golf apparel using code FREEHAT to get my free hat before December 15th, I will be completely happy. But if I had to choose my favorite place to represent Flop Shot golf apparel with code FREEHAT, it would probably be, I guess, number 3, Flamingo Island, Naples, Florida.
Now that's where you've played?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, absolutely beautiful course. It actually has 4 holes in a row. It goes par 4, par 4, par 3, par 4, and all 4 are their own island. all in a row. You take a bridge, hole to hole, and there's water all down each side of every hole.
So how many golf balls do you happen to lose in that 4-hole stretch?
Honestly, that stretch is not where you lose the golf balls.
Really?
For some reason, it's a very player-friendly stretch. Now, the par 3, it's 170 yards, and it goes tee box is one island, green is the next island. So, like that one, you're going to lose some balls for sure, especially if you don't have your swing. And there's a huge slope in front of the green. However, they have bunkers surrounding the green, even on the front on that slope. So, like, you're bound to end up in a bunker if you leave it too short.
Okay.
So you don't lose a ton of golf balls. I've definitely lost a few. My favorite shot, though, that I ever hit was my second shot on the first par 4. I was laying about 110 in, and I pulled out the pitching wedge, and I went with about a 3/4 swing, maybe 80%. And I left it out to the right, which, I'm not a professional, so that'll happen. Left it out to the right. It landed in the giant bed of rocks and shot up into the air because they're big rocks.
Okay.
Shot up into the air, landed on the green, parred it.
Solid. Mm-hmm. Now, do we put an asterisk next to that because of the rocks?
No, not at all. That was a big win. Huge win. I was just using my surroundings.
There you go.
All right, so number 3, hit me with it. What is your third favorite course?
So, not a fantastic course, just has a lot of sentimental value for me. Azalea Sands in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Nice little joint. It's pretty flat, but that was where I took my 4th daughter. She was 6 months old, and that was her first time on a golf course, and her name happens to be Azalea, so it was sentimental for me.
So did you name her because of the azalea pines, or where did the name actually come from?
So the name was actually, the state flower of Georgia, and the Masters tournament. So that's kind of the wife. She allowed me to pick the name for one of my kids, and Azalea just so happened to be it. Beautiful flower. I've got none but daughters, so I felt like it was only fitting to throw out a flower for her. And why not be the flower of the greatest golf tournament ever?
I love it. Let's see. Trying to think here. Number 2. I guess my number 2 might be a little bit controversial because it's not like the nicest course in the world. Like you'll find better courses. I know there's better to play. But my number 2 is a little hidden gem. Have you been to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee?
I have
Gatlinburg area? No.
No, sir.
So Sevierville, Tennessee is right outside of those.
Okay.
And it's the Sevierville Golf Club. Absolutely love it. They got 36 holes there. They have the river course, and then they have the Highlands course.
Okay.
I'm not going to split them off on their own, but they're both fantastic. The river course, first off, the course is full fescue. So it's a very links style, and it's full fescue grass. It's primarily brown year-round. So the grass has a mostly brown color year-round.
Okay.
Just because of the sun and because of the type of grass. And so I'll paint a picture for you. The river course, a little bit flatter, a lot of water going on, but you're still in the mountains, so like there's going to be some elevation changes. You walk up onto the first tee box, and this is a true story. We go to tee off, and 20 yards in front of us is a full-grown male bald eagle just sitting on the tee box.
America.
And he's just chilling. Right, we walk up right within 10 steps or so. Took some majestic pictures of this bald eagle, and then he took off and swoops down off the tee box and glides right along the top of the water and soars away triumphantly as we tee off. It was absolutely electric. But the course is always in great shape. You might see an eagle perched right on the first tee box of the river course. The Highlands course, also beautiful, a lot more elevation changes. The one knock that I will give it is there's zero chance you're walking it. There's
really?
no way you're walking it. It's a very strenuous walk.
A lot of elevation change, I'm assuming. A lot of ups
Yeah,
and downs.
I mean, especially on the Highlands course, like it's not as bad. on the river course, but it's very long walks.
Okay.
Not as long as Timber Trace, because I know we played there. Not as long as that, but really long walks.
Okay. All right.
Excuse me. All right, so hit me with it. Number 2 course that you have played.
Staying in Tennessee, Hermitage, just outside of Nashville.
That's a good one.
I played there a couple times. I've only played not General's Retreat, but the Reserve, I think it is.
Okay.
So it's the more friendly of the two, I guess. The more not as difficult.
Right.
However, there's still some tight spots, some long par 5s and whatnot.
Yeah.
But no, I went there a couple years ago with a guy I used to know and had a blast.
Now you're
First
just
time playing.
somebody that I used to know.
Somebody
that I used to know.
But yeah, no, it was great. Like, they've got their home of the black-faced sheep. So they've got black-faced sheep just roaming the course. That's pretty sweet.
I've seen the course so many times. I've just never actually played it. You know the You Betcha guys, I'm sure. So I've talked to Tyler, who does the Breakfast Balls page. Super cool guy. But I asked him, because I heard that he was down there, and he was hyping up this course. I was like, dude, what course were you hyping up? Because I forgot the name of it. And he was playing it with Ernest, and I want to say Hardy, possibly, but I know he was playing with Ernest, and I think Hardy was there too. And sure enough, Hermitage, bro, you got to go. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's a real sweet course. I mean, the clubhouse, phenomenal layout. Always a great time every time I go down there. Hoping to get back soon. It's been like 2 years since I've been down there. Played it 3 years in a row.
Are you busy next weekend?
I mean, work, but
Busy's a strong term, I'm assuming.
F that place.
So I guess we could go to Nashville, right?
Yeah, might as well.
Why not?
Might as well. I mean, maybe we could hit, who is it, Luke Bryan's bar?
Jason Aldean's got a bar, I know. I'm sure Luke Bryan has a bar. I'm a big Jason Aldean guy, though. That's my favorite country singer.
We could hit the Morgan Wallen, too.
Yeah, I actually don't know a lot about his, but I know, like, I tried to go to the Jason Aldean bar one time because we were swinging through Tennessee, and I didn't realize that, like, bar food at Jason Aldean's bar and probably these other guys' bars is not bar food.
No?
No.
So it's not like Dive Bar.
No, it's not like when I go to a bar for bar food, because that's my reason I'm going to a bar is for bar food. When I go, I want, like, the greasy Mod 6, especially, like, the squared-off ones, like the ballpark Mod 6, right? Maybe a pizza, a greasy burger, like fried pickle chips, bro. Those are my jam. That's what I'm looking for. If you go to, like, the Aldean bar, you're literally getting a filet mignon and lobster and spending, like, $60. It's like a full restaurant experience in a bar.
I mean, I don't hate it, but remind me not to go there hungry. Like, I'll hit the McDonald's on the way.
Right. Yeah. Hermitage is cool. I still haven't played there, but it is somewhere that I do want to get to very soon.
Let's get down there.
Yeah, I want to get there very soon. I might go take my PAT test this year and try to pass.
Do it. I love it. I'm here for it. You need a caddy?
Yes.
I've actually walked it for a PAT test.
I actually, I think I would shoot 100 no, I would shoot under 100. I think I'd shoot 98, 97, 98 in my current state there.
All right. Yeah, no, I walked it 14 miles through 2 rounds and 105 heat.
Nice.
Yeah. I came back looking like the size of you.
Dang.
Yeah.
So, let me think here. Got to dial it down. There's so many good ones that I could choose for number 1. I have played the Gaylord Treetops courses. They're beautiful.
Yep.
I've played courses out in Maryland that are beautiful. Honestly, there's a couple nice ones over in Jackson, Michigan, where, like, you could make a trip to go play. Played, so like that Flamingo Island course, it has a sister course there. There's 3 there.
Okay.
I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say that they are either Pete Dye or Gary Player designs. And then there's one that Arnold Palmer actually designed on the property.
Nice.
And it's gorgeous. So, I mean, Mustang down there is its sister course that our membership includes us playing. I love that course. But I'm going to go with a loophole here. I guess the top course I've played at least one shot at would be Muirfield Village in
there you go.
in Ohio.
Yeah, that's a beautiful course.
Yeah, and a beautiful swing, too. I got onto the course during the Memorial this year and got to take a hack at it, try to hit the green, and I actually outdid the guy whose shot I took.
Yeah, didn't you also become a member there?
I did attempt to become a member there, and I got accepted to apply. However, no one told me that there was a difference between Muirfield Village Golf Club and Muirfield Village Country Club. And I applied to the wrong one and then found out that it cost my yearly salary to go to the cheap one.
Yeah, and that was just for a social membership.
That was for the social. So not literally my yearly salary, but the social membership was what, $20,000?
Yeah. With hopes to get a golf membership, which would have been another $75,000.
Stupid. There's no way.
Per year?
I would
Per year? Every year I have to reapply?
Good thing I went to the cheap course.
Golly. That's insane.
Oh, man. Yeah, so Muirfield Village, I played hole 5, and I will hold on to that forever, my one swing.
Your 30-yard out of 16-foot deep rough.
The rough felt like it was up to my knees.
Yeah, he almost needed a machete. It looked like he was swinging a machete.
It was crazy. And when you get to do that, it was just something minor, but it gives you a lot more respect for what those guys are actually playing out of and pulling off.
Yeah, and here we are complaining out of stuff that, was just mowed 2 days ago.
Right. Like, God, these guys, they never take care of the greens here. Like, yeah, okay.
Right.
I actually heard Bryson DeChambeau talk about that, conditions of public courses. They asked Bryson what he would shoot at a regular course, and he's like...
I remember that episode.
He's like, dude, it's so hard to tell that because when I'm on the pro greens, everything rolls exactly how it's supposed to. He's like,
right.
Playing on an amateur's, regular course is so much more difficult because you have no idea when the ball is actually going to do what it's supposed to do when you're looking at the reads. And he's like, I'll probably shoot the same score I would regularly, just in a shorter distance.
Right. Yeah, no, that's wild. Even to hear him say that, I mean, he's been, this past year, you could say he was probably the peak of professional golf.
Well, I mean, him and Scotty Scheffler are the two best golfers in the world right now. Now, of course, Xander Schauffele's right up there, too. So top 3, I would say, is Scheffler, then DeChambeau, then Xander Schauffele. Our top 3 in the world right now. I don't care what the world golf rankings say. Those guys are at the top of the game.
Right.
And so it does put it in perspective to hear them saying the same things that we say when we're like, bro, why did that putt do that? Like, they feel the same way.
Right. Although they're conditioned and trained to, put the ball exactly where it's supposed to go every time.
Right. And for us, there's probably user error in there too.
Oh,
but
for sure.
Just to know that someone else acknowledges, there's a good chance that the ball is not going to do what it's supposed to do. So, on that note, hit me with it. Top course you've ever played.
All right, so it's not a hidden gem, not a beaut by any means. I just love how they take care of me every time I'm in there. I had to go with the local course in Marshall, Michigan, Emerald Hills Golf Course.
That is the worst choice.
No way. Bro, every time I go in there, I'm treated like I'm royalty.
Okay.
Every time.
So, I understand that part of it, and there's something to be said for hospitality. But you're trying to tell me that if I gave you the option, you can go back and play any course that you've played one time, you would say, let me go to Emerald Hills.
Because I can't remember the name of the other course, the one we played in Ohio. Yep. Although I would take out that par 3.
That course was pretty sick. That was Kinsale.
Yes, Kinsale.
That was a fun course.
I would take out that par 3.
I do like bragging about playing private clubs. There's just something that feels good to brag about that a little bit.
Yeah, even if you had to be a guest.
Right.
I had to get to sit in the gentleman's lounge. Mm-hmm. There was no cigar smoking, though, so I felt like I was let down.
And then you actually hit a ball into the gentleman's lounge, too, which was freaking awesome.
No, that was the dining hall.
Oh, that was the dining hall.
Yeah, there was definitely ladies out there eating dinner.
Guys, I hate to throw another break into the action, but I have to remind you that going on until December 15th, Flopshot Golf Apparel, our favorite apparel company for lifestyle apparel and golf apparel, has a deal going on. If you spend over $50 after the discount code, then you get a free hat with code FREEHAT. So go to flopshotgolfapparel.com, use code FREEHAT, all lowercase, and you will get your free hat thrown in. So jumping back in then, give me your number 3 dream course.
I want to go play the Tiger Woods par 3 course.
Really?
Yep.
Where do you know where that one's at or no?
I don't. Let's take a look real quick, though.
Because, yeah, that would be cool. The Tiger Woods par 3 course. Actually, one of his courses is on my list as my top 3.
Okay.
But it's not that one. I won't tell you which one yet. I have played his putt-putt courses, though.
Have you?
I would argue that the putting courses are just as fun as playing real golf.
No, was that Pop Stroke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say that his putting courses are equally fun to playing real golf. If you go on a Friday or Saturday night, you're going to have the same pace of play as actual golf because of the amount of people there. So, like, they have servers that just come out and serve you on the course because they know you're going to be waiting.
Okay. So, the par 3 course is the Hay at Pebble Beach Resorts. So, I'm assuming California.
Yes. Okay. I remember.
It's a 9-hole.
It's cool. Augusta National, I think, is on every golfer's bucket list as, like, have to play once. But if I got to play Augusta, I feel like I would not be complete without playing their par 3 course because their par 3 course is absolutely electric.
Fair.
So, like, Augusta, number 3, absolute dream. I would love to play it. But only if the par 3 course is included. I might consider bumping Augusta down to number 4 if the par 3 course wasn't included.
So I almost feel like if I played Augusta, I would probably quit golf.
Just because of the pure difficulty? Or?
No, just because I feel like I've done the Pinnacle course. Like, I've played the Pinnacle course. And they're like any other course after this is going to be
so what about
vastly
the old
mediocre.
Course?
That would be on the list too.
Yeah.
But I think Augusta, just because the old course is accessible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think the prestige and the privateness of Augusta, I think that would just be the end all for playing golf.
Yeah, that really is like, if someone said, hey, you're only going to get to play golf one more time in your life, choose any course you want, I think most people would say, let me play Augusta once then.
Yeah.
But so, like, Augusta's on there at number 3 for me. What do you got for number 2?
Toka Sticks in Mesa, Arizona.
Okay. I actually haven't seen that course before.
No? All right. So I actually just seen a video. One of my buddies sent it to me and said any influencer, or they welcome any influencers.
Nice.
And so I'm thinking maybe this winter we make a trip out and go play it. I know there's a couple other courses that I've played out there. Cocopelli is a great course that's 4 miles from there. I played there a couple years ago.
Nice.
Did that with President runner-up Afro Man.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Kamala Harris.
Oh, no, Afro Man had more votes than her.
He won the African-American vote, I heard.
Yeah, and the cannabis vote.
Yes.
And the prostitute vote.
And Alaska. So, Toka Sticks, really, number 2. I've heard that they have top-tier staff there, so I could see it, but...
Yeah, I would just go for the hospitality aspect of it.
Do they do lessons or no?
I'm sure they probably do.
Yeah.
I'd actually got a bunker lesson from Facebook earlier.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool.
Right on their page?
Yeah, right on the page. Go check it out.
Well, I tried, but the video is deleted now, so I can't see how to do it. But I'll take your word for it that it was a good one.
Yeah, I'm going to be pros out of the bunker now.
Nice. All right. So Toka Sticks. Number 2 for me. This one, I feel like I've already played it because I have walked it twice, but Whistling Straits is on the list for me, and it is accessible. It's $600 for a round. Now your green fees are like $350, but your caddy gratuity and your caddy charge come out to about $300 on their own. So like $600 to $650 is what you're paying for a round. Minimum there.
Now, do you have to take a caddy?
You do have to take a caddy. They will not let you do it because I don't. I could be wrong, but I don't believe that you are allowed to take a cart out there, and so you have to have a caddy. So yeah, you have to You have to have your own caddy.
I'm in peak physical shape, so if I wanted to walk it myself with my staff bag, is that something that I could do?
I really don't think they make it an option. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, last time I looked at going, it said caddy fee is $100. Minimum caddy gratuity, I think they said, was $200. So and it said caddies required. You're not allowed. I could be wrong. I could actually take a moment and.
So I should go get a job there.
Yes. Let's see. Well, I don't know though. If you can only do 1 or 2 rounds a day. Oh, you've played Bandon Dunes, right?
I have not.
Oh, I thought you did.
That's out in Oregon, right?
Is it? No, what's the one that's here?
Harbor Shores?
Oh, yes. I always get the names confused. Okay, so it does say caddies are highly recommended but are not required. Whistling Straits is a double bag facility.
Dang, so it's such a bad place you got to double bag it?
Mm-hmm.
I've picked up girls from the bar that were double baggers, but wow.
The Straits, okay, so I was right. The Straits are walking only. Golf carts are not allowed. Caddies are highly recommended. So it does look like the caddy fees have gone down a little bit. Caddy fee $85 per person. Caddy gratuity $60 per bag.
Okay.
So it depends. Feel free to give more or less depending on level of service. In an effort to promote pace of play as well as the safety and health of our caddies, golfers should only travel with a single strap carry bag weighing less than 24 pounds. Bro, mine is 38 pounds.
38 pounds? What do you have in it?
My golf bag is 38 pounds. I don't know. Golf balls? I go through a lot of balls in a round.
All right, that's fair. Last time I flew with my bag, they definitely charged me overages because it was over 50 pounds. Now, mind you, we were stuffing. Listen, bro. We stuffed, so we were out in Vegas.
You got T-Mode steaks in there.
Bro, the only place at the time that had the hard Mountain Dew seltzers was Vegas. And so we were stuffing my golf bag full of the seltzers, trying to get back to Arizona. It was bad. We stuffed everything in my golf bag.
That's awesome.
So much liquor came back in my golf bag. I loved it.
So, yeah, Whistling Straits. I went there for the Ryder Cup. Since I was a kid, it's been my dream. I'm from Wisconsin, and I feel like that is the pinnacle of golf in Wisconsin. So that's my number 2. Hit me with it. What is your number 1 course?
I think you and I share this. I don't know if I made your list or not.
Okay.
Wolf Creek, Mesquite, Nevada. That is my number 1, want to play.
Wow.
I will play before I die.
Yeah.
It's just the elevation changes. I played it on the Tiger Woods game.
That's exactly where it came from for me,
yeah,
too. And it's unmatched beauty. That's my number 1 as well, so I'm really sad. I would have said it before you if I knew.
My bad. But the old course, too, though.
I mean, the old course is cool.
I am part Scottish, and so I've got family relics and remnants there, and so that's one thing to get over to Scotland and play that course. There's a course on it's Buchanan Castle course.
A few of my cousins actually have the kilt that has our family seal on it. So,
really?
Yeah.
All right.
They came when me and you participated with a defunct organization at a John Daly outing. They came and wore their kilts.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Wolf Creek is electric. The elevation changes are insane. You're already playing in light air. Now,
I might actually be able to drive the ball 300 yards there.
Right. So that would be my number 1. Because you took it, I have a backup number 1 that I'm going to throw at you.
All right.
So give me a minute because I don't want to double it up. Let me see. It's in Montana. Phil Mickelson.
They actually have golf courses in Montana?
Dude, the golf is some of the best in the world.
Really?
Let me see. Big Sky Golf. Here we go. All right. So this is the reserve at Moonlight Basin in Big Sky, Montana.
Okay.
One of the most beautiful courses I've ever seen. They hosted the match there with Phil Mickelson and Bryson DeChambeau. I believe Aaron Rodgers and possibly Tom Brady were in on that one.
Okay.
But, dude, elevation changes, yeah. And this golf course is over 2,000 feet higher elevation than Wolf Creek is.
Really?
And there's one hole where at 290 yards, there is a drop-off that is so ridiculous, like of a downslope. I believe it's hole 14. I could be wrong. There's such a ridiculous downslope that if you can hit 290, your ball will roll to be between 480 and 500 yards.
Holy smokes.
It's a par 5. It'll run about 500 yards if you can get it. That's from the back tees, 290, so like the front tees would be less, but like legitimately hitting the ball on the roll 500 yards.
That's insane.
If it wasn't an audio podcast, I would look it up and show you, but like I want to say Phil Mickelson, either Phil or Bryson put one out there about 480 on the roll, just because once you get it over that hill, it just so
really? Holy smokes.
So I think that would be a fun one to play, and Wolf Creek would be my number one, but somebody stole it, so at least I always have a backup ready on me. I keep a backup.
That's fair. That's how I keep my ladies.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if your wife would like you saying that, but
she doesn't have to know if you don't tell her. She's
right.
not going to listen to the podcast.
You're right. Jeez, thanks a lot, Brittany.
Golly.
So, anyways.
All right, let's sum it up.
Yep, sum it up.
What all we cover this week?
We talked about how bad your fantasy football team is, right?
Facts.
We talked about how average mine is. We talked about the Redskins.
Facts.
We talked about shoving an entire roll of toilet paper into the toilet.
Let them cook.
Yep. And then we talked about my great choices in golf courses and your golf courses.
I feel like mine were pretty great.
They were decent. I'm still going to hold it against you for that number one that you chose.
Listen, when you walk into a place and you just feel like a friggin' stud, that's the place you need to go back to.
So you're saying we need to go to a strip club?
Hey, whatever. I don't mind it.
Hey, you heard it here first. Catch Motown Martin this Friday at a strip club near you.
Always getting hole-in-ones, baby.